know this might sound weird, but I feel like I'm kind of sitting here naked with you guys, releasing all of my tips and everything I've worked so hard on in order to be a successful content creator, and it kind of scares me. Hello everyone and welcome to the Life in Germany channel. This is where you will find mostly tips and tricks on living in Germany as an immigrant, how to relocate here, and all of my fun and not so fun stories here in Germany. But today I have something quite unique for you. Many of you who have been watching my channel for a while now might think like this is not Jenna's type of content at all. And you're right, and I probably won't be doing many videos like this, but I've been talking to a few of you lately about my successes and my learning as a content creator being here in Germany, especially because I speak the English language and have many German followers. And then I sat back and was like, should I give like all of my tips on a silver platter right now, or is that too terrifying? But I'm gonna do it because in celebration of me reaching over 100,000 subscribers on my socials and actually hitting 60,000 subscribers over here on YouTube, I can't believe it. I never in a million years imagined that I would be here today doing what I'm doing, but I would like to share all of my awesome tips with you, some amazing platforms that I use, some amazing AI tools, and the equipment that I use to have this all in one nice organized package for you in case you're thinking of becoming a content creator or you already are and are just looking to move your way up. It kind of feels weird talking about this because I think many content creators can relate when I say this. It doesn't matter how many followers you have, you still think that you can do better, and there's still going to be people who are better than you. I'm trying to tell myself as I'm filming this video, you need to be confident, Jenna. My goodness, girl, you have 60,000 subscribers on YouTube. Like, that's a lot of flipping people. But it's hard. I know my secrets and my tips are very valuable, and I've worked so hard to come up with these ideas and this system that I use. Just know that this is hard for me. So a little bit of background story. This kind of stuff doesn't always come easy. I'm not one of those people who was like, let's start a YouTube channel. Maybe I'll hit 1 million subscribers one day, you know, like with that intention. I actually started over 12 years ago as a travel writer. I was blogging and I actually didn't find much success at all having my own travel blog. The success that I had was actually working within the tourism industry for other blogs and for travel companies, publishing content on their sites or working for a larger travel blogger. That's where I found my success. And while traveling the world was grand and I really loved working for these companies, it wasn't really all that practical when I decided to have 2 kids. I kind of stumbled and tripped my way into the career that I currently have, and that is because I went through so many struggles along the way myself, and I used this platform to share my experiences, and then eventually started meeting with other experts and gaining more information, and then over the years building up this amazing program that helps expats and immigrants just like myself move on over here to Germany, avoiding those mistakes that I made along the way. Background being, I worked really hard to get where I was today. I wrote a book for 50 euros, you guys. When I first moved to Germany, I was living off of my savings working as a marketing coordinator back in Canada. So where am I today? I am here. I am active all over the place online. I am primarily on YouTube and Instagram. You will also receive emails from me on my newsletter. Facebook is often running in the background. We have our Düsseldorf one, for example, has over 15,000 members now, and TikTok and Pinterest and the whole lineup, really. So I run the companies Life in Düsseldorf and Life in Germany. And contrary to what many of you actually might believe, I run both of these platforms on my own entirely. When I need the support, if there's something I don't like to do or I just can't do, that's where I decide to outsource this work. So I hire other freelancers. The platform that I like to use is Fiverr. I find my developers for certain aspects of my website or my business over there, and if we click, then I continue working with them. And in addition to those freelancers, if I'm lucky, I may have 1 or 2 interns working with me, usually over on the Life in Düsseldorf site. So how do I do it all on my own then? I have a system. I'm gonna share this whole system with you now. Tip number 1, be present. The whole idea of not having all of your eggs in one basket really applies here. A few years ago, being present on just Instagram or just YouTube was enough. Nowadays, I find that it's not enough. Some people might disagree with me, but honestly, I find you do have to be present on all of these platforms. I still have areas where I need to improve. I would love to be bigger on TikTok. I just don't have the time to create that content. But I do have some tips in order for me and for yourself to do just exactly that. So you've got a whack of platforms that you need to be on now. You're gonna be like, Jenna, that is insane. How am I gonna manage all these platforms? My advice would be to pick 1 or 2 platforms where you're quite focused on. For me, that's Instagram and YouTube. First of all, biggest and best, most helpful word, bulk upload. I actually use Social Pilot and I have been using them for years. And this is where I can actually create a CSV file sharing all of my YouTube videos and blog posts. All the information that I create, I just add as I go onto the CSV file in Excel and then bulk upload that to Social Pilot. I'm then able to say, I want these posts scheduled at this time, this time, and this time on this platform and that platform and this platform. It is really just a click of a button, and I only actually need to do this 1 or 2 times a year. I also found a way to repurpose old content, which for me is currently a lifesaver. So I am actually in the process of wanting to use my YouTube videos more, share them on TikTok, share them on Instagram Reels. And you can use an AI tool called Repurpose.io. Everybody's been telling me I need to get on TikTok, so this is what I will be doing over the next coming weeks. And that is using Repurpose.io. They automatically take snippets of your YouTube videos. They can take Instagram Reels that I've published and reschedule them to go live on TikTok without me even having to run it for myself. So you can take your TikToks, put them on Instagram, put them on Pinterest, put them all over the interweb using this repurpose tool. I've also fallen in love with the simplicity of a tool called video-to-blog.ai, and this is going to take my YouTube videos and turn them into blog posts so that I can bump up my SEO score on Google and have them as blog posts for those who want to read the post, which brings more of you over to my website, which helps me in the long run, especially when it comes to grabbing your emails so that I have myself a very good email subscriber list in case social media decides to. There are talks in the US and in Germany about banning TikTok entirely, so having that email subscriber list is 10 times more important now. My subscriber list is over on MailerLite. I trialed and errored many different newsletter platforms. This is my absolute favorite. They are extremely affordable and what they offer is incredible. However, I have discovered a new platform that I will mention for you shortly. They just sent me an email today being like, you just published a new YouTube video we noticed. Do you want to share it to your email subscriber list? And I'm just like, Anyway, tip number 2 would be to create this sort of spider web effect. You have to connect all of your social media platforms and link up everything you possibly have so that people aren't getting lost on the web and not being able to find all of you. That kind of sounds creepy, but it's true. So for example, I often refer to my Instagram page over on YouTube, and I just built my Instagram page for Life in Germany less than a couple years ago, I believe. I've only actually been publishing on it for about a year, like constantly, making it a priority. And that grew to almost 30,000 subscribers in the last year and a half. So that's pretty cool, and I have YouTube to thank for that because I am constantly referring you all over to Instagram from YouTube. That's a natural way to do it, but in addition, I have found a tool that has, again, saved my life. Oh my goodness, this has been like my excitement for the past couple months. It is incredible. They are launching new products every single day that are making my life easier, and they are all in one. So like one tool, instead of having to pay for monthly subscriptions to a million different tools, it's all in one tool. That is called Beacons. I will leave all of these links down for you below. Anyway, Beacons, generally speaking, is similar to Linktree. You would have a link, you would share it on all your platforms, and that link would connect your followers to all your other platforms. It is not just linking all of your other platforms together. They have integrated softwares and AI tools that can actually allow you to open up a storefront on Beacons. You can run your email subscriber list, which is exactly what I've been thinking of doing, which is getting me very excited. And a really, really cool tool for me is that you can run your entire media kit there. They update all of your analytics on your socials automatically, and you can update all of your partners who you've worked with, previous campaigns you've done with them, and prove why you might be the best person to work with. You can upload the costs that you charge. You can actually get them to see how much you should charge based on your following and your interaction with your customers. But moving on to the next tip is definitely going to be niche down hard, you guys, like hard. When I started Life in Germany, this is a very broad niche. This would not succeed, I believe, if you tried to do it today. You need to niche down really hard. I am currently niching down a little bit and sharing my experiences, you know, as a mom, like raising bilingual children, and also focusing on the basics because that's where I originally built up my brand. But nowadays, if you want to find success, then you have to have a very specific niche in the fun content that you create. For example, there is is one content creator that I follow over on Instagram, and he creates a lot of awesome content, you know, about these cultural differences between Canada and Germany, or being an immigrant here in Germany, but always kind of like revolves it around drinking beer, which sounds a little silly, but it works. It really, really works. Also, Liam Karps, for example, you've probably heard of him. He actually started sharing these cultural experiences in Germany, but as a joke. So he would say, you know, in Germany, we don't say, and start off by that. You likely very well know who he is. There are so many amazing content creators within the same niche as me that have niched down and are singing songs about cultural immersion here in Germany, or dancing, or, you know, adding some sort of really strange quirk to their content to niche down hard to get that audience interested. I am then able to create digital products. This is also another huge tip. If you're going to be a content creator, you need digital products. Otherwise, you can't maintain this. You need to be able to sell something. I make very, very little on YouTube ads. Would never pay my bills if that's what I was expecting. What I make money off of is paid sponsorships, but also my digital products. And my digital products are actually the Life in Germany Welcome Program, which helps relocate internationals moving to Germany simply by doing it on their own and not needing to hire a relocation agent to do it for them, but having me hold their hand every step of the way so that they can learn everything they need to know and thrive in Germany moving forward because they did it on their own. Additionally, I have one-on-one calls, and I also have a program workbook that they can download and go through step by step on their own in order to relocate to Germany if they don't have time to take the welcome program. A freebie is also very nice. My checklist has been my gold nugget, so to say. It is amazing. I work on it weekly. I update it constantly, and I'm always bringing the best tips and the quickest, easiest changes to make when you're moving to Germany to get started in that freebie checklist. I also always link it down below so that people can go and grab that. You can also run ads on your digital products too, and this will bring you even more success. All of my digital products you can find on Beacons because they have a storefront. I pay $10 a month to run my digital storefront and sell my products there. It's amazing. Tip number 5 would be make good content, but make it easy to create. And what I mean by that is you want quality content. You don't just want to be like spitfiring everything out there. You want to have a base, an idea, a niche that you've niched down in, and really funny ideas or really informative ideas that will hook people and get them interested in following you and your social accounts. But creating that content isn't always easy, which means in order to make sure that you're creating that content that's easy to maintain would also go back to the fact that you need to create this spider web that links all your social accounts, and you need to repurpose that content to go all over the interweb. That makes it a lot easier so that when you're creating one YouTube video, you can just go ahead and cut that up and share it in many different areas online. I actually need to practice what I preach because I don't do this enough, but this is in my field of vision. This is what I'm going to be doing for the next couple months, and that's why I also wanted to bring you guys that tip, because I know that this is the next step to success for me. So when you make your good content, use something like repurpose.io to repurpose that content and bulk upload so that it shares time and time again, month after month, year after year, constantly bringing that content back into the forefront. And Social Pilot is where you're going to be doing those bulk uploads. So how do you create good content then? Of course, like I said, you need to focus on creating very funny, engaging videos. However, you also need to have quality equipment. So what I'm filming on right now is actually my YouTube camera, and that is actually the Sony ZV-1. I don't use an external mic with this. I find the mic to be quite decent. I have tried external mics. I didn't like them. You guys complained, so we're sticking with this for the meantime. I am very, very happy with this camera. If I want to create vlog style videos, this camera is not good. It does not stabilize well. It needs to be on a tripod. So in this case, I actually pull out my DJI Pocket, and this little bad boy is amazing. It is tiny. I don't feel awkward filming myself in public. It is like somehow even smaller than a phone. So like sometimes I just like have it in my jacket sleeve in the winter and I'm just like filming myself. It has a wide angle so I can hold it pretty close and you don't even notice. I do film some videos on this when I'm walking outside and I'm out and about, and it has this external mic. This also allows me to use this tiny little tripod that attaches to the outer case, prop up the camera somewhere far away and still be able to get awesome quality audio. And my personal favorite right now, you might be laughing if you follow me on Instagram because I've been all about this, is my new Ray-Ban glasses. These are the Ray-Ban Meta glasses. Ray-Ban partnered with Meta to create these AI glasses. They are super creepy. They freak me out when I'm wearing them, but they have been amazing for creating content on the go, creating more interactive, more engaging, more personal content for you guys over on Instagram, but also I would like to repurpose this content for other channels as well. One thing to note though is these glasses actually only currently film in vertical, intended for Instagram posts. So I don't use them for YouTube filming yet, but hopefully they have some sort of new update that might change that. I don't think they will. So that's where I would spend the bulk of your money. And then of course, any additional camera gear you can likely get quite cheap. For example, the tripod that I'm filming on right now, it's just like a cheapy Amazon one. I'll include all of the products to these as well down below in my Amazon storefront so that you can check out. Otherwise, I also have this vertical facing holder, which I use to create a lot of my Instagram reels on and Instagram stories, and this Gorilla tripod here, which is little and very bendable. It is also fantastic and cheap. I do have a ring light though. I actually never use it. I really don't like them. I prefer using sunlight. I know other content creators like swear by them, so you might want to get one, but for me, I found it not helpful at all. Otherwise, I also have my JBL noise canceling headphones, which I use for post-production, and it just kind of helps me get in the zone. So you can obviously just use like a cheapy pair of headphones, but if you need to get in the zone and are easily distracted, then something like this is also very, very helpful. Which leads me to my next point, and that would be post-production. Post-production is so key. You should actually be spending more time in post-production than you are in the actual filming of your content. Many people say you should also spend more time creating a thumbnail and looking at the SEO and the text of your YouTube video, for example, than you do in post-production, like in video editing, which is likely true. I need to get better at this. I'm not very good at it. One day. I use iMovie or Filmora actually. Filmora I've just started using because I find them better than iMovie, and you can buy them for like a one-time fee, but they have better text options. They have better editing options. They also have photos and videos that you can add as B-roll to your footage. It's a lot easier to drag and drop with them. So I'm gonna continue using them moving forward. Really important is to add captions onto your videos on social media. For example, I use Veed, but I use their app. So I bought their desktop version. I don't love their desktop version because I was planning on making translations into German for my YouTube videos, even my past videos, which you can do as well, but I don't enjoy it that much. Their app is incredible. I add all of my text for all of my videos for social media on the Veed app. And then for my thumbnails, like many of you already know, I use Canva. I love Canva. The Canva professional subscription is 100% worth it. I've been paying for that for 3 years now and I love it. And just one last tip for you guys here. It's not gonna help you make better content, but it is gonna help you as a content creator, and that is make sure you save your behind. My goodness. So many of you know that I got hacked early on last year, and that took like 4 months away from my life. My baby was a newborn and all I could think about was the fact that I got hacked and that I'm losing my entire business. And as a content creator, when all you have is everything online, that's scary. You're basically at zero, other than your email list maybe, if somebody hacks into all of your accounts. It is not unlikely, it is actually highly possible. And since that happened, I actually got an insurance, a content creator insurance that covers my butt. If this happens, they can then hire the appropriate lawyers to get my accounts back or cover me financially in the event that I lose a lot of money monthly as an income because somebody hacked my account. I actually last year ended up losing at one point more than 75% of my income, and then slowly I worked on it. I put more time and effort into other spaces on the web and was able to bring that back up to 70% after about 4 months. But it was more the mental load and the stress of not knowing what I was gonna do next. Like I actually started looking into buying old hotels and like becoming an Airbnb host. Like I didn't know what I was gonna do. It is terrifying. So make sure you have insurance when you are a content creator. I know this might sound weird, but I feel like I'm kind of sitting here naked with you guys, like releasing all of my tips and everything I've worked so hard on in order to be a successful content creator. And it kind of scares me because I have had the experience where when I share too much, somebody takes my content and repurposes it, and it sucks. There are content creators out there today that did that to me, and it really took me on a whirlwind. It probably took a year for me to sit back and be like, you know what, Jenna, screw them. It doesn't matter. Your content is amazing. You are you, and they can't replicate that. But me sharing my awesome tips with you guys, I think far outweighs the bad, and I really want to be able to inspire you guys to also do something similar. Just don't steal my ideas, please. I hope that these tips really help you either get started or skyrocket your business to success that you've already created. And if you have any questions, I'm always here. Feel free to reach out to me. Vielen lieben Dank und wie immer, bis später.